Welcome to Ease Podcast, where minds ignite, exploring learning day and night. Educators thrive, young minds grow, in science, tech, and art skills flow. Natural minds make us survive. Ease opening minds, so future strive. Welcome to Ease Podcast.
This podcast is produced by EASE, the European network of STEAM educators, uniting STEAM educators from Europe and all over the world. This product may contain traces of artificial intelligence inside. Join us and find a handful of educational resources at easeeducators.com.
Good evening, and welcome to the 19th chapter of the EASE podcast. Today, we're diving deep into an exciting opportunity shaping the future of STEAM education across Europe. The Erasmus Plus 2026 Policy Experimentations call for STEM education centers. If you're an educator, school leader, or STEAM enthusiast frustrated by persistent challenges in STEM education, underachievement in mathematics and science, the growing gender gap in STEM careers, or the shortage of qualified teachers, this call is designed for you and organizations like yours. The European Union has launched €6 million in funding to pilot innovative STEM education centers that will transform how STEAM is taught and experienced in primary and secondary schools. These centers aren't isolated classrooms. They're dynamic learning ecosystems, bringing together schools, businesses, science museums, universities, libraries, and community organizations to create hands-on, interdisciplinary learning experiences that actually excite young people about science and technology. Through this groundbreaking initiative, projects will tackle some of education's biggest questions. How do we inspire more girls into STEM fields? How do we address basic skills gaps in mathematics and science? How do we prepare teachers with the professional development they desperately need? And crucially, how do we build sustainable, scalable models that governments and schools can roll out across Europe? In this episode, we'll explore the specifics of this call, eligibility criteria, funding amounts, key deadlines, and what makes a winning proposal. Whether you're considering applying or simply curious about the future of European STEM education, stay tuned for actionable insights and inspiring examples. Let's illuminate the path forward together.
So, the
Good
European
evening.
Union has just dropped a massive opportunity, a major call for a new generation of science, technology, engineering, and math education. It is a huge deal, and today we're going to break down exactly what it is, who it's for, and most importantly, how you can get involved. And really, this is the question at the heart of the whole thing. The key word here, it's together. You see, the EU isn't just looking to fund a few isolated projects. They're trying to build a collaborative, continent-wide mission. So what does that actually look like in practice? All right, first step, let's get into the mindset behind the money. What is the EU's big picture goal here? Because this isn't just about throwing cash at a few good ideas. It's about architecting a truly connected European strategy for STEM. And here it is, the most crucial takeaway. If you remember one thing, make it this. The EU wants to fund networks, not just individual institutions. Think of it like building a web that connects schools, universities, and educators across national borders, making sure everyone is pulling in the same direction for STEM. And this is the why behind it all. I mean, it's about so much more than just textbooks and lab coats. The idea is to empower local educators, right? And when you do that, you drive real innovation. This approach helps close those educational gaps between countries and, most importantly, it promotes inclusion, making sure everyone gets a fair shot. It's like a domino effect, starting with the teacher and ending with a more equitable Europe. All right, so we've got the grand vision down. Now let's zoom in and get to the good part, the specific opportunity for you. This is where that big idea turns into a concrete call to action. And this right here, this is Homebase, the official EU funding and tenders portal. Now, I know it can look a little intimidating at first glance, but just think of it as the single front door for this opportunity and so many others. Your journey really does start right here. Now, to find exactly what you're looking for on that portal, you're going to need the right codes. On this slide, you'll see all the key identifiers. The program is Erasmus, and you'll want to search for that topic title or even better, just copy and paste that specific call ID. That'll make sure you land on the exact right grant. Okay, now we're getting to the heart of what makes a winning proposal. See, it's not just about having a great idea. It's about making sure that idea is totally aligned with the EU's core philosophy. So let's break down the key concepts that absolutely need to be in your project's DNA. So the number one concept you've got to wrap your head around is the STEM ecosystem. Forget thinking about a single school or one program. The EU wants you to think bigger, like a city planner, building this whole connected web of institutions that work together, share resources, and create something way bigger than the sum of its parts. And that leads right into this next guiding principle, the whole school approach. This means your project can't just live in the science lab. You've got to show that everyone is on board, from the policymakers who set the rules to the local businesses who might one day hire these very students. It's about creating change that actually sticks around because everyone is invested. And the next big idea is open schooling, which is really all about breaking down the classroom walls. A top proposal isn't just going to describe what happens inside a school building. It's going to show students learning in museums, working with researchers in actual labs, and partnering with community groups to solve real-world problems. It's about making learning come alive. Okay, so we've covered the why and the how. Now it's time for the what. Let's do a quick run-through of the essential numbers, dates, and limits that you absolutely have to know. Let's start with the big number, shall we? The total budget up for grabs for this entire topic is 6 million euros. Now, that's not for just one project. The EU plans to fund several different initiatives, which just goes to show you how serious they are about making this vision a reality. This timeline right here, it's your new best friend. Go ahead and circle the big one on your calendar. The application deadline is April 8th, 2026 at 5 p.m. Brussels time, not a minute later. After you submit, the proposals go into a multi-month evaluation period. You can expect to hear back around the fall, with the final grant agreements getting signed in early 2027. So you'll want to start planning backwards from that April deadline, like right now. And here is a super critical constraint. Your technical description, which is really the core of your whole proposal, has a strict 40-page limit. That means every single word counts. You have to be clear, you have to be concise, and you have to be compelling. There is absolutely no room for fluff. All right, so you're feeling inspired. You've got an idea brewing, and you know the key dates. So, what's next? Let's turn that inspiration into real action with a clear, step-by-step plan. Think of this as your 4-step path to getting that submission in. Step 1, and I really can't stress this enough, read every single official document. The devil is always in the details. Step 2, start looking for partners immediately. Remember, collaboration is totally non-negotiable for this. Step 3 is drafting the application itself, always keeping that 40-page limit in the back of your mind. And the final step, only after the other 3 are rock solid, is to navigate that submission portal. And hey, if you ever lose focus during the whole application process, just come back to this quote. It's straight from the source, and it's your North Star. It's all about collaborative partnerships and European-wide cooperation. If your proposal doesn't scream this from every single page, well, it's just not ready yet. The good news is you're not in this alone. The portal itself has a dedicated tool for finding partners. If you have questions about the rules of the call, use that policy support email. For any technical glitches with the website, you've got the IT help desk. And for pretty much everything else, the online manual is your comprehensive guide. So, that brings us to the final question, and this one's for you. Is your project the one that's going to help build this new European network? The opportunity is on the table. The funding is real. The journey begins now. Good luck.
Welcome to East Podcast, where minds ignite. Exploring learning day and night. Educators thrive, young minds grow. In science, tech, and art skills flow. Classroom pride to make us survive. Ease opening minds to future strive. Welcome to East Podcast.
This podcast is produced by EASE, the European network of STEAM educators, uniting STEAM educators from Europe and all over the world. This product may contain traces of artificial intelligence inside. Join us and find a handful of educational resources at easeeducators.com.